welcome to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Nostogo. If it's your first time here, please subscribe, like, comment, and share. Thank you. So we'll be talking about how to increase your breast milk supply if you're not lactating well. Now, if you're a pregnant woman, you've given birth, or you're still planning, first of all, congratulations, because it's not an easy journey. For those of us that are not lactating well, that they want to do exclusive, but their breast milk supply is not encouraging them, calm down. I'm here for you. I was once in that position. I wasn't lactating well, and I saw hell because I really wanted to exclusively breastfeed my baby. Yeah, but I hacked it. When I say I hacked it, I hacked the whole jinx. So I'm here to share with you. Now, first of all, one thing with exclusive is the mother has to decide first if she wants to do it. It's not something anybody can convince you. If you don't want to do exclusive, you don't want to do it. And that's totally fine. But if you really want to do exclusive, then stick with me to the end. Yeah, first of all, the most important thing in your exclusive journey is your breast pump. If you've given birth and you've not gotten one and you still intend to do exclusive, or you're yet to give birth, please, 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 if you really want to do this exclusive, get a breast pump. It can be manual, it can be electric, anyone. But to me, I prefer electric because it just does the work for you. But manual, you have to be pumping and be pumping, which to me is stressful and it's not worth it. In the electric, you just have to plug it to your power bank or to a power supply, and it does the work for you. It imitates the baby sucking the breast. Now, another thing to this exclusive journey is you have to be taking enough fluids. Some people will say tea, some people will say oat, some people will say pap. I don't know, me. I was just eating normal, like I would say I was always taking pap or tea for my breast milk to come out. No, I was just eating it as every normal human being would do. But one thing I always took was water, enough fluids. Now, to the other part of it is if you've not given birth, there's something they usually teach in the hospital, but not most people know about it. They teach it in mostly federal government hospitals. I don't know about private. I didn't use a private hospital, so I don't know. Yeah. So one secret to helping yourself lactate well is before you give birth, from 16 weeks and above, get a cotton wool, dip it in water or olive oil, and use it and be cleaning your nipples, cleaning it. It helps the baby to suckle it out. If you've been doing it, you will confirm to what I'm saying. There's no time you don't clean it that something doesn't come out from it, like something like, I will not call it dirt, but it has that color, but it's not dirt. I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, all those things are coming out with that cotton. They are things that are closing that's where the milk will come out from. They are obstructing it. But if you keep on using cotton wool to remove it, before you give birth, you will see that it will be easier for your baby to suck the breast milk out. Don't be like us that didn't do it. I know about it, but I don't know why I forgot it. Like, it never occurred to me, and I allowed myself to experience the pain. See, that first sucking a baby will suck. They don't used to tell somebody, oh, nobody will explain that pain to you. But I am telling you that it is very, very, very painful. Like that first breast sucking that your baby, it will just do it as if you should throw your baby away, but you can't. I'm just telling you, it's because the baby is trying to suckle the thing out and is removing that small dirt you would have helped him to remove. That's why you see some people, they will stay at least a week or 2 weeks, 5 days before their breast milk will start coming out. I myself, I stayed five days before my breast milk started coming out. But had it been you did that, it would be easier for you. My neighbor, when I gave birth in a government hospital, which is best known to me, my neighbor that I stayed with at the hospital, steady they delivered her baby, breast milk still coming out. So I was not like, what happened? What did you do, please? Because this pain I'm experiencing is too much. She now reminded me of what I already know. It's just that I forgot That while she was pregnant, she was always cleaning her nipple. I said, okay, no wonder. Now I know. So I'm here to tell you that please, if you're pregnant from 16 weeks, if you've not been doing it or you're just hearing about it, start. The most important thing is that you started. Now, that aside, now when your baby starts suckling, you see that first breast milk is very, very important. Colostrum, it is very, very important. Yeah. Like it contains the whole essential nutrients your baby needs. People that always want to do exclusive, one thing I just want to tell you is that your breast milk will not start immediately. You see, that first 2 weeks, it will just still be very, very small. And you can't starve your baby because you want to do exclusive. No. You have to get formula and be giving your baby, supplementing it for your baby while you build up your milk supply. Now, when your baby is sleeping, that breast pump you got, start using it. Initially, when you give birth, it will be very painful. Hey, when I mean painful, I mean painful. No, in fact, I can't even describe the pain. I don't know if I should equate it to labor pains or contraction pains. I don't know, but believe you me, it is very, very painful. That aside, start with 5 minutes if your baby is sleeping. Start pumping. Double breast pump is the best. Don't get single. So your both breasts will be empty. Amount your breast empties, you give it to your baby. Now, after that, always endeavor that he or she sucks, even after pumping. Always give your baby the breast to suck first. And let me say, you finish pumping now, and your baby woke up. Still give your baby that breast. Now, what this thing does is that it sends a message to your brain that we need more supply, which is what breast pump does. We need more supply. You need to supply more breast milk to this body. Now, that is just the secret to lactating well. You need to be pumping frequently. That first 12 weeks, like the first 3 months, it is very, very important to maintaining your supply. If you don't get it that first 12 weeks, forget it. You're just wasting your time and you won't be able to lactate very well in the long run. Now, what you have to do is when your baby wakes up after you finish feeding your baby and he's okay, don't feel that your breast is empty, that there's nothing your baby will suck. He will suck something. At least, even if you're having that feeling that nothing is coming out again from your breast, after your baby suckles like for a minute or two and you're still having that feeling, you can now give him the one you pumped out. The hack to this lactating very well, which I hacked, is you have to be pumping at least 5 times a day. It's not easy. That's why I said you have to tell yourself first that you really want to exclusively breastfeed your baby. How I did mine, I always set an alarm. I pump every 2 to 3 hours every day. Let me say, for instance, I wake up by 8 o'clock. You know, throughout the night, your baby will be sucking now. That one is normal. I wake up 8 o'clock. I set mine. Immediately I wake up because the breasts are always fuller in the morning. I pump immediately before my baby wakes up. Or if I'm still pumping and in the process he wakes up, I just stop and start feeding him. Now, after that one, I'll set a timer. I'll set an alarm for the next 3 hours, which should be around 10, 11. I'll give again. Sometimes I do 2 hours, sometimes I do 3 hours, but I pump very, very well. And the most important one, like the oga pata pata of it, is pumping at night. The breast produces the most breast milk at night, 2 to 3 a.m. period. That is when you will get the most breast milk. If you don't, if you don't pump at night, it will not help your exclusive journey. Trust me. Now, what I usually do is, yeah, normal. The baby will wake up to eat. And sometimes you just have to choke it and be sleeping, but it is not advisable because your breast might suffocate the baby. Anyone, especially those that have big breasts. Yeah. But what I always do is around 2 to 3. I always make sure I wake up. I usually wake up 2 times in the night. It wasn't easy when I started. When I tell you it wasn't easy, believe you me, it wasn't easy. But I took it upon myself. I usually wake up around 1, I pump. Then if my baby wants, I'll give my baby my breast too. I pump for at least 30 minutes. When you're pumping, always endeavor to pump for at least 30 minutes. Set a timer. This is what I usually do. Set a timer. 15 minutes for Boost breast will be 30 minutes. So if you set a 30 minutes timer and when it gets to that time, stop. Don't pump more than 30 minutes. You're not going to be helping yourself. You can pump lesser, but don't pump lesser than 10 minutes. Even if you're very busy or you can't stop to that 30, at least be making it 15 to 20. Always make sure you pump around that time frame. Now, after waking up around 1, I also wake up around 3 to 4, depending on how I sleep. Then after doing that one, I don't pump again. I'll just be giving my baby the breast. Now, the secret to this thing is if you always do this thing, just like I said earlier, you see that first 12 weeks, once you get it right, that first 12 weeks, forget it. You're done with the breast milk journey, with your exclusive journey. You've gotten it right. Now, initially when I started, I was getting like 10 meals, 15 meals. In the first month, I was getting the highest I got in the first month was 15 or 20 meals. But as I continued, my supply is still increasing. It's still increasing. To the extent that I used to pump 90 meals once. Like in a sitting, I will pump 90 mils. My container will fill. I'll have to pour it into a container and then continue again because I was consistent. Now, what this thing tells your brain is that this body needs breast milk. Oh. Please come and supply this body. It sends that message to your brain. So if you're not always pumping, you tell your brain that we are okay with this amount we are getting. It's just a give and take something. You give me something, I take it. The more you give Oliver Twist, the more you give, the more it takes. You know all those things. So the more you keep pumping steadily, it will keep telling your brain that this body needs milk. Oh. Sometimes we usually don't understand the much our body can do for us because we are not taxing it. But once you tax your breast, you will see the results. So, and another thing, when you start this thing to now be your breast will now be getting full almost immediately. Like when it comes to my case, how it was for me was if I finish pumping, my baby's still sleeping, and I store it in the freezer, which I'll still talk about how to store. Within 1 to 2 hours, my breast will get filled again. Like it will be so strong. I'll now be the one to say, okay, let me allow it. Since it's almost to the third hour when I want to pump. So just like I said sometimes it's 2 to 3 hours I used to pump. If it's something I can manage or I'm busy, I'll manage to the next hour. That'll make it 3. If not, I pump immediately. So to summarize what I said, please decide you want to exclusively breastfeed your baby. Number 2, take enough fluids, water, and not say juice, water. It helps. Number 3, get a breast pump, an electric breast pump. Number 4, always pump frequently. Pump 2 to 3 hours in a day, 2 to 3 hours interval. Always pump like that. Number 5, most importantly, do not overlook your night pumping. The night pumping is the most important stage in the breast pumping part, and it serves as a form of contraception because at night your body releases the hormone. Some people, when they are breastfeeding, they don't take it. It's because there's a certain type of hormone your body releases, and it only releases that hormone at night. So these are the 5 things you have to do to maintain your breast milk supply. Before you leave, subscribe to my page, drop me a comment. If you have any questions, I'll be there to reply. Like, share, save. Thank you very much.